Welcome to the last session of today. This talk will be about the Outreachy project about Yarn apt plugin, and the presenter Tunji will guide you through it. Enjoy.
All right. Hi, everyone. So I'm going to be talking about if you are having difficulty hearing what I'm saying, you can just signify. I'll go back. So yeah, this is about a project I did with my fellow intern for my Outreachy project, right? It's about a plugin. So what the plugin does basically is when you install a package through npm, it downloads to your system basically, right? But unlike some languages and frameworks like Golang and Deno, right? You don't necessarily have to pull it to your system. It just you just put the link to the repository and you use it from the internet like that. But Node.js is different. Node.js literally downloads it to your system. So every time you need to use a Node package, you download it to your system. So the essence of this plugin is to visit or go to where the package is already installed on your system and make it available to the new project you are writing. So the goal of the plugin is to make work easier for developers by resolving node modules already installed in the Debian node part. So I'm just going to show you something. Oh my days, sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Is it good? Give me a second, please. No. I know. Is it big enough? Alright, DPKG. No. Sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. So this gives the path to all the node packages I've installed on my system, excuse me, in the past. So instead of, this already exists on my system. Instead of every time I have to use this package, instead of doing npm install and bring them back from the internet, I just, excuse me, I just use this plugin that we wrote to make it work. So I have a couple of screenshots from, okay, before I get there, while trying to build this package, we had a couple of deliberations if we should use yarn or npm. But for these reasons, because, well, it is believed that yarn has traction in the JavaScript community over npm, right? And if we are to use yarn or if we are to use npm, we literally have to create a fork of the package manager and maintain the fork forever, which, no, I'm sorry, would not like to do that. So and yarn from version 2 came up with a new feature, which is the plug and play feature, where you literally can just write a plugin off yarn, right? So we decided to go for that option. So you can just visit this URL, yarnpkg.com/features/pnp to read up on how that works. What else? So yeah, so I have a few screenshots, but I don't look there. Oh wow, sorry. I didn't know it would be this pretty. It looks horrible, yeah. So, but I would still like to do a few demo to show you how it works, right? We can start with this paste bin. I created a paste bin while writing this. You can still see that, yes. Oh my. Okay. I created a project for the purpose of this. So yeah, to make things clear, this works better with Yarn 3, the latest version of Yarn, or Yarn 2 and above, not Yarn 3. Yarn 2 and above, the recent version of Yarn, it needs a little modification for it to work with Yarn 1. That's the old Yarn. So I'll just clone this in one of my terminals. Yes. Sorry. I'm sorry. The font size, yeah. Give me a second, please. Ah, that's too big. Oh no. Alright, we can just work with that. So I just cloned this repository I created a while ago to So I would like to open it in VS Code so that you would see what is really happening in the project. Where is my code? Oh yeah. How's the font? It's good. All right. So I have a command for installing the plugin. The plugin sits in the Yarn Teams directory, or repository rather, the JS Teams repository. Excuse me. So Yarn, the new version of Yarn has two ways of working. You can either use the plug and play or the node module, but I choose to use plug and play because it just catches the whole thing instead of creating an extra node module folder. So yeah, so we have the plugin installed already. So I'll just go to my package.json file. So package.json file is like the single source of truth for a Node.js project. And for this project, I have a couple of modules that I decided to work with, lightweight modules. All right, so that I won't take time trying to install them. All right. So with the plugin, we wrote a couple of commands, and I'm just going to go through the commands one after the other. So setting up the plugin is really not hard because now you just install it like a normal Yarn plugin basically. So for the first command, what the first command does is returns a list of all the project dependencies and defines the ones already installed on your local machine and the one that is not yet installed. So yarn pkg app install, sorry. All right. So I could have just done local, but local would show me just dependencies. I would not show me def dependencies. But because I want to see everything, excuse me. All right, local def. Yep. Please. Ah, thank you. All right. Yeah. So this is a list of all the modules already existing in my dependencies list and dev dependencies list. So it shows the modules existing in the system and where they exist in the node part, right? The first command I ran, dpkg query l node.js. So it shows me where exactly they exist on my system, and it shows me the ones that are not yet present on the system. So I can run other commands to install them. So I'll go to the next command. So yeah, so wow, thank you. So to install a particular dependency, this is the command, either as a dependency or a dev dependency. You just do yarn apt resolve or resolve dependency and the package name. Let's quickly just resolve one. Resolve MFS. Yeah, so basically, I guess I'll just skip the rest of the commands. But basically, this is what happens. Normally, the package.json file should not be modified. So this is a first version. The present set of interns are working on the new version, which more like mentoring with Previn and my co-mentor. So we are working on that. So that is like a better version of this. That does not have the package.json file modified. This is just to show that something is really happening when we run this command. So with the new version, this does not happen. You have it the way it is, but just the way it is, but you can see the console log that there is a linking, all right, there is a linking from your system to the new project, right? So I would like to show one other command that works more like yarn app install. So what that does is it just resolves everything basically. Yeah, this one. So it just resolves everything. You don't have to be selecting the modules one after the other. It does everything once and for all. So yeah, like I said, there is ongoing work on it, or well, like the work is done actually. It's just that I can't, I'm their mentor. I can't present what they wrote. So yeah, the one shortcoming of this plugin is that when I run this yarn install, apart from installing the modules I have already on my system on the machine, it should be able to pull modules from the registry, from Node Package Manager's registry, and make them available just the way the already existing one are available to the project. So, yeah, thank you. That's. If you have questions, I would like to answer your questions.
Maybe quick one, as you've worked so much with Yarn now, do you know any kind of NPM packages which do not properly install with Yarn yet? Or is this really just working as smooth as with NPM?
It works exactly like Yarn works exactly like NPM. NPM is just like the single source of truth. Both Yarn and NPM just pull from NPM's registry. Any other question?
If there's no other question, thanks very much for your attending and interest in this talk. Have a nice evening.